Falls are one of the most common causes of workplace injuries and deaths. Recently, the Bureau of Labor Statistics indicated slips, trips, and falls accounted for over 300,000 non-fatal injuries and 800 fatalities in a single year. Falls to a lower level accounted for 81% of all fatal falls.
Because of this, OSHA requires the use of fall protection when working 4 feet or more above a lower level in all general industry workplaces under Subpart D, walking working surfaces. OSHA defines fall protection as any equipment, device, or system that prevents a worker from falling from an elevation or mitigates the effect of such a fall.
This program will help you understand OSHA's requirements for working with fall protection in general industry environments.
Specifically, it will cover the potential hazards and protective measures you can take to help prevent injuries while working on elevated working platforms and runways or near floor, wall, or window openings. And after completing this program, you'll be able to explain how injuries by falling occur, describe ways to eliminate and prevent fall hazards in the workplace, summarize employer requirements to protect workers from fall hazards, and identify various forms of fall protection and scenarios when each would be appropriate.
In order to reduce the risk of falls, it's important you're aware of the situations that can pose potential fall hazards. There are 3 main types of hazards: unsafe environment, unsafe equipment, and unsafe behavior.
Many times, it's the environment that creates the fall hazard. For example, here, the equipment is in safe working condition and the user follows protocol and exhibits safe behavior, but the environment contains a hazardous condition. There is potential for the employee to fall to a lower level due to the lack of a guardrail system or device to prevent falls. Sometimes the equipment itself creates the hazard. In this example, the harness is unsafe. The employee exhibited safe behavior by conducting an inspection and thankfully identified the harness's defect prior to using it.
Your employer will determine the appropriate fall protection method or system for your type of work operation. Employers now have more fall protection options under the final walking working surfaces rule. This allows them to choose a fall protection system that best meets the needs of your workplace. The most common engineering control you'll likely find in the workplace are guardrail systems.
Guardrail systems are a physical barrier used along an unprotected or exposed side, edge, or other area of a walking working surface to prevent workers from falling to a lower level. Guardrails are required to have a top rail and a mid rail. The top rail must be able to withstand 200 pounds of outward or downward force. In other words, they must be of sturdy construction and able to support a person of average weight in the event they fall against the guardrail.
Although it's ultimately your employer's responsibility to select appropriate fall protection, you may be called upon to help. As you discuss your fall protection options, be clear about the environment you'll be working in, the job you'll be conducting, the tools you'll be using, and how long the job will take, and any other factors that may be important to mention. Remember, there are set requirements for fall protection in specific situations, such as
hoist areas, holes, runways, areas above dangerous equipment, openings, repair, servicing, and assembly pits, stairways, fixed ladders, roofs, order pickers and other mechanized personnel lift equipment, and scaffolds.
Once the type of fall protection is identified, it's important you've been adequately trained on it before you use it. Because falls are among the most common causes of serious work-related injuries and deaths, it's important we all comply with the regulations. By identifying potential hazards and using the right fall protection in the right way, you can help prevent falls from even occurring in the first place.